One day I realized that I was only pretending to be happy. Boom. Have you ever had that realization? Oh my God, I'm faking it. And I didn't even know, right? I'm just going through life and doing life, and it's fine. And there are happy moments, and then there are shit moments. Who doesn't have those? Realizing, why am I doing what I'm doing? Or I'm just in this hamster wheel, and then I'm just pretending like those moments are great, but I don't actually feel them. And whether it's the holidays or birthday parties or some events, and I'm pretending, but I don't feel it. And it should be okay because everybody else is pretending too, right? I hope they are. Because I don't want this to be just me. If you felt that, maybe you're feeling it right now. Let's unpack that and let me show you what this is really about. Let's dive right in. Terrifying experience. It really, really sucks. I'm not going to downplay it. It sucks when you have this realization, oh my God, I'm only pretending. And then you're just tired of it. And you can't pretend because it's agonizing and exhausting. And there's this, okay, well, I get to be honest and miserable, or I get to be fake and not happy. This is between fake and miserable. Not good choices. I was in that place. I was in that place years ago, having picture perfect everything and feeling dead on the inside. And everything looked amazing and it was just right, schedules and one thing after another. It's kind of like, you know what? I'm just not busy enough. Or I was too busy to realize that I wasn't happy. So many of us do that, right? So many people do that. And it wasn't until a big catalyst event in my life, a death, that everything just stopped. And that's the unfortunate part, that it takes these big events, it takes a health diagnosis, it takes a death, a heartbreak, life just saying stop in some way, for us to become aware of this and to start questioning. Because we're so busy going places, going to nowhere, really, chasing nowhere. Because it's right here. But we're going to get nowhere. What do we do with that? Breathing into that. Starting with breathing into that and allowing whatever you're feeling right now to just be there. I don't like this feeling. I don't want it to be here. And I remember hearing my teacher say that. It's like, well, can you allow it to be here? I was like, no, I'm not going to be a victim to that feeling. It won. Then it won. Because it has power over you. If you're rejecting it, if you're trying to run away from it, if you're trying to fix it, it's got you. And I don't know about you. For me, I was like, that's not okay. I'm in control of my life. I'm in control of my feelings, not the other way around. Why aren't we truly happy? And how do we get to this point of being so caught up in life, not even realizing how unhappy we are? And talking ourselves into it, right? Because that's what we do. There's actually a psychological part to this, that in marketing, like the more people invest in something, the more they're going to be talking themselves into, because it's easier to keep saying how everything's great, even though it isn't, than to admit that you made a bad investment for a really long time and that you made like this very long bad mistake. So we're going to talk ourselves into, and it's easy to do it at first, but then you feel how you're talking yourself into, but you don't feel any better. And it's like, no, I have so many things in my life to be grateful for, and everything's working out and everything's fine. But you don't feel secure. And you don't feel safe. And you're distrustful of life. And your walls are up. And you're terrified of that thing that you love so much being taken out of your life, because you know that you're going to be crushed if that happens. See, I never thought of being crushed if that happens. I never even thought of it happening. Because I'm like, it wasn't even a concept I thought of It's so far away. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then the bridge happened overnight. And I didn't have the tools to cross it. And I had no freaking clue what to do. And all these parts of my life that were not as picture perfect as they looked, the light was shined on that. And that I didn't have the tools, and I didn't have the centeredness, I didn't have the inner security, I didn't have the trust in life or in myself. The evidence was there. I was like, well, I figure it out. I'm the kind of person that's a doer, and I figure things out, and I'm amazing. But that was that fake persona on the outside. And such a humbling experience when life brings you to your knees, as it takes the rug from under you. And you realize that you're actually full of crap. And you realize that all you've got are those walls, and that you're actually scared. And the reason we don't trust life, because you were born, this is the good news, you were born trusting life. You were born like, hey, love me, this is me. But you've been taught out of it. And your inner critic to control, with its fear and limitations and not enoughness. Don't do that or you won't be loved. And some of you, if you were anything like me years ago, it's like, I don't care about not being loved. I don't care about not, other people not liking me or not agreeing with me. And in reality, we're all the same. We're all terrified of it. The mind aspect of you is, and as long as you're connected to that, you may be covering it up, and I don't care, but deep down you do. And deep down you so want life to support you, and you so want others to like you, and really to praise you, to adore you, because you know that that's what you came here to experience. It's not about other people approving of you. It's about feeling that life is approving of you. But we disconnected from our source. And this is what I do with my one-on-one clients. We connect back to the source. In 3 months, and they're like, oh my God, I'm living a completely different life. And I'm a creator instead of a victim. The mind doesn't own me. I'm in conscious control of it. And I'm not pretending to be happy anymore. I'm actually happy. One of the people that I work with said something so amazing that just brought a smile to my face. These last 3 months were the first time that I actually lived in 50 years of my life. And it's this is true connection. This is not faking it. This is when you feel at one with life, when you feel your centeredness, your connection. There are no walls because you don't need them. Because those who fear have walls. I remember one of my teachers saying, Anna, your walls are shut. And a part of me was like, excuse me? And the higher self was like, yeah. Because you only feel like you need to protect yourself against the environment is, first of all, if you don't trust the environment, but ultimately if you don't trust life. And if you feel like you're not strong enough and centered enough and rooted enough, and that you don't have that endless, limitless connection to life to support you. So you have to build these things on the outside to create an illusion of safety. Because it's not out there, it's in here. So how do we come back to that? Again, this is deeper work that I can't possibly give you all the tools in a YouTube video. And so if you want to go deeper in that, I'm opening a few spots for the one-on-one self-mastery, and you can check that out in the description. So you have a free clarity call to see if it's in alignment with you. But what I want to bring a tool for you is, first of all, remembering to breathe deeply. I know it sounds silly and it sounds like, okay, that's not going to change my life. This is the first way in which you can take control, and you do that with your body. You can't be breathing deeply and overthinking at the same time. So you're actually choosing to open up your chest, relaxing your shoulders, like allowing yourself to claim space in life. This is you communicating, I've got me. And the chaos that may be going on in the mind, it's like, okay, whatever's going on there, hey, I'm in charge, and I'm choosing peace right now. And peace may be so far off for you, and that's okay. But understanding that these are the first steps, and inhaling into the count of 7, holding to the count of 7, exhaling out to the count of 7, holding again to the count of 7. This is you choosing to be in control of your nervous system. This is you choosing to show up to life from a place of responding, not reacting. This is you choosing not to be a victim of whatever's happening and choosing to be a conscious creator. And this is where it starts. Because all transformation cannot just be done in the body, releasing the energy. Great. If your mind's not on board, that's not going to take you too far. And you can't think of your way out of it without bringing the body in and all the stagnant energy, all the unprocessed things that are stuck there, that keep adding up and then solidifying, creating dis-ease in the body, because there's no ease, right? Dis-ease. So beginning with, I'm going to breathe fully right now. I'm going to take control of my experience and taking it from there. There are also free resources, by the way, in the description. One of my favorite practices, disconnecting from the inner critic, disconnecting from the personas and tuning into the you that is present. Because when we're there pretending is because we have this mask that we're so freaking tired of wearing, that it's important to understand that once you drop all these masks, there's still something there, and connecting to that and allowing that to be your anchor. So that is a free gift below in the description. Definitely make the most of that. I thank you for being here, and breathing deeply, choosing you, choosing peace, knowing, even if you don't know the how, knowing that there's something there and there's something better, and actually choosing to move forward with that. Many blessings.